Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give a first impressions of the Poe clan. This is by Moto Hagio, and it is released by Fantagraphics books in these giant hardcovers. I believe it's a 5-volume series, so I think this is like 2.5 volumes, and then I'm assuming the second one has the other half of the series. But we basically follow these two very young vampires, Edgar and his sister Maribel, and it kind of is a bunch of like individual stories because they're like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. It kind of jumps around in terms of the timeline because time doesn't really mean much to them, and so they live with in a family of vampires, and they just kind of travel from place to place to keep kind of inconspicuous from humans. And yeah, it's really, really good. This is only my second Moto Hagio work I've ever read, and obviously this is only the first volume. At this point in time, I don't think Fantagraphics has even announced the second volume, which is kind of weird because this has been out for over a year now. And yeah, I was kind of waiting to read it until the second volume came out, but since it's not even announced, I went, well, I might as well read it. So I've had this on my shelf forever without reading it until now, but it's very good. I really, really enjoyed it. It's of its time. It's an older kind of shoujo work, but it was very entertaining. I was thoroughly entertained. I had followed the advice of Ray over at Whimsical Pictures. She had mentioned once that, I think it was Ray, it must be, because Ray likes Moto Hagio, but she had mentioned once not to like try and binge read this whole thing, but rather kind of read it a chapter at a time, because if you try and sit and read the whole thing, you're going to get kind of burnt out. And I'm glad that she had said that, because I agree. I read, I think, the first couple chapters are very short, and then the next couple are like over 100 pages long. And so I basically did it, I chunked it out like that and just read a chapter at a time, because I found I enjoyed it far better than I think if I had tried to just binge read the entire volume here. Because this is a lot of content and it's a lot of ridiculousness. It's over dramatic. It's a lot, but it's great. And so it's kind of tragic because these two kids were turned into vampires at a very young age, and now they're just kind of eternally young. And Edgar is he's a bit of a grump, and he just dotes on his sister Maribel, and who seems to just be content with existing. And we get introduced to a character as well. I think his name's Oscar, another boy. So there is a bit of a boys' love aspect to this, as seems to be a theme with Moto Hagio. But yeah, it's kind of mischievous. Edgar doesn't seem to like to play by the rules of his so-called parents. But yeah, he likes to toy with people, especially other boys, human boys that are his age. It's very interesting. I really enjoyed it, more than I thought I would, actually. I bought it mostly because I was very interested in... I liked Otherworld Barbara, which is the only other Moto Hagio work that I've read, and I regretted not picking up anything else by Moto Hagio before they went out of print, so I picked this up immediately because I knew one day I would enjoy reading it. And yeah, I can't wait for Volume 2. I hope that it eventually does come out at some point. But yeah, this is a really beautiful volume with the words are like, it's like indented in, which is quite nice, and it's a very thick... That's upside down, but yeah, they're etched in on the side too. And it's just a really nice release all in all, and I can't wait for the second one. If you have read the Poe clan, I would like to hear your thoughts on it, as well as if you've just read Moto Hagio works in general, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching.